Alrighty, guys. So I'm just getting started here. Let's set everything up. Let's do a quick. So boom, done there, and then we got 65K realized. Today's 5/4, and we're gonna go save. Oops. Yep. So save 65. Boom. All right. I'm gonna change. Boom. Documents. Hopefully, you guys had a great trading day out there. Today was it was somewhat of an action-packed day. Nothing too crazy. But definitely, opportunistic day. Nothing insane, but definitely an opportunity for some solid profits out there. I am live going over today's 65K trading day. Okay, there's that. Boom, done. All right, 1K. Okay, small caps, go like this, done there. We do trading floor, alright. Alright, OTC, we can do a little crypto. Lastly, options. Alright. Alright, let's do a quick as you can see, here's all my trades up $65,000, $86,000 on the total, $1.82 million account. Here is charts. Here's me live streaming. Follow me for more, guys. Alright, do that. As you can see. I gotta post on social media quick. Give me 1 second. I'm live. Perfect. There's that. I'm gonna go here where I posted it. Alright, done. Alright, guys. Give me 1 sec. Just setting everything up. I'm hoping that you guys had a great trading day out there. I hope that you guys have been studying hard. Hopefully you guys have been taking advantage of this, this somewhat volatile market. We kind of slowed down a little bit today, but I think overall there was still plenty of opportunities. Read, we had RHE, we had COCP, and BLRX. Those are the big runners today. Yeah. So there's that. All right, posted that. All right, guys, posted there. Now I'm gonna go live on TikTok. Cool. Go live on TikTok now. All right, there's that. Okay, guys, so I'll give it about, let's say, a minute for people to kind of trickle on in. Again, guys, hope you guys traded well out there. Hopefully you guys, traded well. And we're going to kind of go from there. All right, guys. Posted up there. Let's see here. I could put it in the trading floor as well. Let's go like that. And go like that. All right. How did CCXI finish? Wow, had a nice 17 to 28 move. That's awesome. Alrighty, guys. So, yeah, I hope that you guys had a great trading day out there. Hopefully you guys kept it green. Hopefully you guys stayed disciplined. Hopefully you guys have been studying and preparing yourself for today's trading day. And I'll give it about 10 more seconds to kind of get started and then let everybody kind of trickle on in. Okay? So, again, guys, hopefully you guys traded well out there. Hopefully you guys have been studying. As always, I'm not a financial advisor. Trade at your own risk. Have a plan, a process, and a strategy. And lastly, there it is. Lastly, guys, yeah, so let's just go ahead and get started today, okay? So, today, I sized up, so TYHT out of the gates, I kind of ended up, actually closed strong. So, you can tell that we're getting a little bit of chase out there, guys. You know, you can see all the stocks like BLRX and COCP and RHE, BTX, and, you know, Reed and MVIS. You know, you can see we're starting to get a little chasey out there. You know, a lot more people out there are chasing stocks up, which has been evident with what we saw today on these stocks. So you have to keep that in the back of your mind when you're trading, and that's what I was doing with TYHT. I was like, okay, this could definitely continue to go, and we got up to 18 and just sold right off, and I took a loss on it. Little scalp of COCP, and then MVIS, guys. So MVIS made a nice run today, and you know the reason why I liked it, with quick explanation, was, you know, we went from 28 all the way down to underneath 13 in about 6 days. Okay, red day, huge gap down, green day, and then we kind of opened up lower there. And so, you know, one thing that I saw with today is like, you know, if shorts got trapped down here, I knew it was SSR, so shorts have to cover on the ask. And I just basically was trickling in on some of the dips, and you know, ended up with about a 13.48. Let's see here, 13.48.9 average. So right where this white line is right where my average was. So you know, I was down a little bit on the day. I don't think I got through that, but I had to hold through that, and then I hold through that, and I saw this prick back up, and that's where I kind of started to add in here and in here. And then this thing just ripped, and I was out for a $46,000 winner above 14. So I literally sold like right there. As embarrassing as that is, that's me selling right there. And I would have waited, you know, 4 or 5 more minutes, and I make an extra 100,000, 150,000, right? That was pretty frustrating. I'm not gonna lie, okay? But then I shorted it perfectly with 130,000 shares at 15.51. So that was right in here where this white line average is. And then I covered it too quickly right in here for a $50,000 winner. Would have waited a little longer, would have been another, you know, probably $25,000, $30,000. And that's just trading though. So, you know, this thing just kept going on massive volume. And I saw one of these things where it's kind of starts slowing volume, more volume, more volume, more volume. And right here, we peaked out on that volume. And I was like 1 million shares going through in the 1 minute. It kept, and the tape was churning very, very rapidly. That showed me that we were close to the top, in my opinion. Now, it doesn't always work out that way, but it showed me somewhat we were close to the top there. And so, you know, covered it perfectly. And I made some of the gains that I could have had on the long back, but not nearly as much as I could have. You know, I messed the trade up. I really did. And honestly, in the back of my mind, I was thinking about GSX. Like, you know, basically it just never, ever popped, really. You know, this thing where it just kind of went down, 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 down. And I felt like MVIS in the back of my head kind of had that opportunity to just keep going down, 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 down. And so I didn't really get to have enough confidence on that play. So then BLRX. So BLRX, I ended up making a decent. I had 84,000 shares at 572, and I sold off at 590 for a $14,600 gain. I actually sold it right in here. So how many times this thing tried to sell off and sell off and sell off, right? So finally, this thing was like, okay. It made a recovery all the way back. Then it was trying to sell off. Then it made a recovery all the way back. And I was like, okay. So I started basically buying as many dips as I could in this consolidation. My goal was above 590, and I just didn't want to risk anything. So, you know, I could have just, in my head, gone and scaled over $6, but then I would have had to hold through that. And of course, then we perked through the highs, and then we just completely jammed down. Now, I was waiting for this jam. In my mind, I was like, if we get through highs, you know, I want to short like with size and cover. Now, I didn't do it, but I had that in the back of my head, and you know, at least I'll remember this for next time. And I know how these generally pan out. And that's, you know, they get through the highs and then they bust straight down. And I actually had a little short. You could see here, I had 3,000 shares short at 591, covered at 570. So I had the idea, and I had 31,000 shares reserved, but I didn't quite get the opportunity that I wanted. So it is what it is. Now, COCP, I longed it right on this dip up in here at 1331, so right in here on this white line. And I knew this was an aggressive entry, I really did, but I wanted to basically see it above 340, and that was good enough for me. Well, I gave it a little extra wiggle room just to break through highs, and I sold it at 343.3. So I made about just over $20,000 on that trade. And then literally I sold dead top. Like I sold right on this 1 minute candlestick, and a minute or two later it just jammed straight down. So I got very lucky on that, but with the percentage of being up, with the amount of volume that was going through, and the news, it didn't seem that, I mean, it seemed good, but not that crazy good to be up that quickly, that fast. And then, you know, I knew the shorts could take over on this. I was like, okay, I'm going to get out there just in case, and luckily I got it. But PLBY, guys. So PLBY, there was this one, $5,000 gainer on this one. Basically just looking at the 52-week highs. Top watching it tomorrow. We broke in at 52-week highs. This one might gap, but now that we're kind of just, a lot of times you get this run up, and a sell off, then a run up, and a sell off, then a run up, and it's like, basically eventually people get exhausted, whether it be chasing it up, and they're like, okay, I give up. I throw the white flag. I have to chase this. This is going to go up. Or the shorts like, okay, I throw the white flag. The shorts are not, it's not working on this, and they force to cover. And you kind of get that double whammy on something that's been setting up for a couple months. And I'm watching this one to see if we get that kind of big extension like BTX, where, you know, we got this $80 run there. So, and then it was like, the shorts were like, okay, I kind of give up, throw the white flag, and boom, right? So, kind of what I'm looking for. BTX, I'm keeping on my radar as well. I'm not losing that one off the radar as well. And that's basically it today, guys. Reed was another, oh, yeah. So, I lost on Reed today. Let's see here. So, this one is something that I'm watching into tomorrow. If you look at this, you know, big picture here, guys. This is definitely something where, you know, this could be setting up into a potential overnight. You know, it basically all it did was consolidate all day long, right? Literally, it consolidated from 7:30 until the end of the market close. Now, that's some serious strength. Also on the amount of volume that went through. And basically, it was just building higher lows, higher lows, higher lows all day long, right? So the amount of consolidation this thing's been doing, also as well as that, was CVS, the distribution partnership that they received, distribution deal with CVS is a big name. This is a smaller stock, so a big company like CVS partnering with a small stock like REED a lot of times can send this thing flying. So I'm watching this one overnight. I'm actually watching this the rest of the week as well, so keep an eye on that. I actually took a nice loss on this, so I was actually. On Reed, I had 767,000 shares, so I had a lot of this, and I was up probably well over $100,000 right here. And my goal was to get one break over 160, and I was going to scale basically a lot of it through limit sells, and then maybe just hold on to like maybe a third left, right? Well, I missed out on the sell, and then I got greedy. I tried to buy the dip, and basically just got stopped out on. I stopped out. Right in here, and right in here, and right in here. And then, of course, this thing just continues to go. Now, you know, once I saw this move here, right here, I was like, okay, I'm interested. So, and then, of course, we're up a lot, and then it came back down again. So, I'm watching this one. It's tomorrow. It's an interesting price action type stock. I mean, this thing keeps up and it's down. But the main moral of this story is the amount of time this thing consolidated and the amount of higher lows this thing has made. Gives this thing a chance going into tomorrow, watching it for a multi-day, multi-week potential swing trade. Okay, and that's basically it. So another green day, nothing too crazy. I appreciate all you guys. Subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the channel. Click the icon later if I'm making videos. I'd really, really appreciate that, guys. I'm not a financial advisor. Trade at your own risk. Have a plan, a process, and a strategy. Pre-chat in the description below. My course that teaches you my processes in the description below. My brokerage that I use in the description below. Brokerage 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 in the description below. Scanner software I use in the description below. And yeah, guys. So if you haven't already, subscribe. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Click the icon below if I'm making new videos. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Cheers, team, and go Hawks.